Hello everyone. As you can see, when I try to power it on, nothing happens. It's completely unresponsive. You know that frustration when you press a button and nothing happens? Today, I'm going to show you how I bring a completely unresponsive remote control back to life, turning it from a useless piece of plastic into a perfectly functional device once again, with just a simple cleaning trick. First, I'm carefully inspecting the remote. It looks fine on the outside, but the buttons just aren't responding to the TV. My first step is to open the battery compartment. I'm removing the back cover to access the batteries. As you can see, there are two AAA batteries inside. Now, I'm going to carefully pry them out. I'm using a small screwdriver here to gently pry out the batteries. It's important to be gentle so I don't damage the contacts. With the batteries out, I can now begin to carefully separate the remote's casing. I'm using this small flathead screwdriver to gently pry open the remote's casing. I'm working my way around the seam, applying light pressure. You should hear a series of small clicks as the clips release. Take your time with this to avoid snapping any of the plastic tabs. Once the casing is open, I can lift out the rubber button mat and then the main circuit board. You can see how the circuit board has all the contact points for the buttons, and it's these points that often get dirty over time, causing the remote to stop working. To fix this, I'm going to use some WD-40, which is great for cleaning and displacing moisture, and a cotton swab. I'll spray a little WD-40 onto the cotton swab, not directly onto the board, to avoid oversaturating it. Then, I'll gently rub the cotton swab over all the tiny contact points on the circuit board. The goal here is to remove any dirt, dust, or corrosion that might be preventing a good electrical connection. Using the WD-40 soaked cotton swab, I'm now meticulously cleaning every single contact point on the circuit board. This step is critical because any grime or oxidation on these tiny metallic circles can prevent the buttons from registering presses. See how much dirt is coming off onto the swab? This is exactly why it wasn't working. I'll make sure to clean every single contact thoroughly, turning the swab as needed to use fresh surfaces, ensuring all the conductive pads are clean and shiny. Leave a comment and let me know which country you are watching from. It's great that we can connect and chat from all over the world. Now that the circuit board is clean, I'll move on to the rubber button mat. This part also has conductive pads that need cleaning. I'll carefully remove the directional pad rubber. I'll take a new cotton swab, dab it with WD-40, and meticulously clean each of the black carbon pads on the underside of the rubber mat. These are the contacts that physically press against the circuit board. Any dirt or grease here can prevent the buttons from registering. You can really see the difference as I wipe away the residue. I'll also use a fresh swab with WD-40 to clean the spaces around the buttons and any other nooks and crannies on the top side of the rubber mat, making sure it's completely free of sticky residue and dust. I'm continuing to clean all the button contact areas on the rubber pad, making sure to get into all the nooks and crannies to ensure maximum conductivity. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting ideas coming soon. With all the components thoroughly cleaned, it's time for reassembly. I'll start by carefully placing the rubber button mat back into the front half of the remote, making sure all the buttons are properly seated. Then, I'll carefully place the circuit board back into the rear casing, ensuring the battery contacts align perfectly. Now, I'll bring the two halves of the remote together, gently pressing along the edges until I hear all the clicks, indicating the casing is securely closed. Next, I'll slide the cleaned batteries back into their compartment, making sure they are oriented correctly. Finally, I'll snap the battery cover back into place. And now for the moment of truth. I'll point the remote at the TV and press the power button. Success! The TV turns on, and as you can see, I can change channels effortlessly. It's perfectly responsive. This simple cleaning made all the difference. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more DIY fixes. Don't forget to hit that notification bell too. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.